Today I'm going to actually show you how to decide between different backgrounds from a certain point of view. Now, using the tiles that I have already been using, the green ones, the blue ones, I've got more of the same size of those in white, and that's what I'm going to use for this. This particular design is one of my cutting kit designs, Olive Branch it's called, and it is going to be available just with all the other kits as well in my shop, and I will give you details of that somehow when I learn how to do it. Now, when I've got these tiles here, they're quite nice, they're lovely, simple plain white colour, and the very easiest way to infill the background is simply to lay them down like this. They don't quite fit, so I'd have to do some cutting anyway. But what I'm going to do is just put them down so that you can see what they would look like. Gives you an idea. If I were to simply use whole tiles, a bit like a checkerboard or some other thing like that, very, very simple. Now there would be one there, so let me just pop it. I know it's hiding what's underneath at the moment, but it gives us the idea of what it would look like. Now, mosaic, as you probably know, is a very ancient art form and was very, very well used in Greek and Roman times, and a lot of the language that we have relating to elements of design are actually in Latin, and the backgrounds do still have those Latin names, and this style of background is called opus regulatum. Now that means opus is work, and you also find it in modern music references talking about somebody's work, it'll be opus what have you. But here we use it as the style of working of the background. Regulatum, it sounds a bit like regular, doesn't it? And that's exactly what we've got. We've got regular lines and rows, and that's as simple as it gets. That is, in some ways you could say it's a very basic background. It does take a little bit of thought. If you're going to keep that regularity going across everything, that's going to be quite challenging to make it look really, really good, because you do still need to cut around your elements. I'm not going to choose that one for this. I do think it can be very effective, but it's a bit, I don't know, for this particular project we've got nice leaves here and it's a gentle shape, and I think we want something that wants to enhance that gentle shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut these tiles into quarters, and then I can use the quarters to show you a particular style of laying. I've now got all my pieces cut. Well, some of them. I'm bound to need more than what I've cut so far, but I can cut more as I need to go. And as you can see, I've got quite a few, lots and lots of little squares. Now obviously, because I have done them by hand, they are all slightly different, and that's going to happen, and actually I can use that to my benefit. But what I don't know yet is where I'm going to put them. So I think I'm just going to have a little play first of all to see what I like. I'm going to start by placing some along the edge of the branch, and I'm going to do it by selecting some that look like they give me a nice smooth edge on the outside that reflects the edge of my design. Now I'm going to run into a problem here because I've got an olive leaf in the way. So I can fit this piece here, but now I need to go round my leaf. So I'm thinking what I might do, if I've got a line that comes down here, there's going to be one on the other side, like this. I wonder if I might be able to simply put a line around, something like that, to give me an idea where I want my pieces to go. Now this is a tight gap, so what I could do pick a piece that's kind of average. See where it's going to go. That's going to be there. You see how I'm beginning to build up an outline. If I put the same piece here, that gives me a little piece like so. Now in this kit, I haven't drawn this line on because it will depend exactly where the person has put their pieces. So this is going to be a really fun element of making these kits, of actually choosing for themselves where people want to have their lines. Now I'm thinking that might come like so. Come round this leaf here. Pop, 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 pop. Now definitely on the top leaf I can bring this down. I'll be bumping into that one. So I'm inclined to just bring it all the way around like that. Now if I start to fill that in, let's see what it will look like. See if we like it. Because we can tidy it up afterwards. And if it gives us an idea of what it looks like. Now see, we haven't got a bit that matches that, so that would be a problem. But we can cope with this. Going around corners does need a little bit of cutting, but we can work that out. Now we're beginning to get some kind of a shape.